Hi folks, it's Shazeb of Reddy from Game Logics, and this is part 8 of our tutorial series how to make color switch game in Unity. Okay, so let's write some code for our screen fader singleton, and that code will basically pop up our menu canvas. Okay, it will make it visible and then it will disable it if we want to. Okay, so how to do that, because that is necessary, and that was also the main purpose of why we created this background menu and music class. Okay, so to do that, it should be out of this if block, and I think you are facing the same problem that we faced in the previous tutorial. My Wi-Fi is not on, so it needs to be turned on. Okay, so then we can use the OmniSharp extension, and I think we can now. Okay, I don't know why we can't use it. It did work, but I don't know why it's not working now. Okay, so let's close it and then run it once again. Screen fader singleton. Okay, is it working or not? I think it started. Yeah, it started to work now. Okay, so it's input dot get key down, and then key code dot menu. Okay, so basically this key, it's basically a menu key which is found. It has an ASCII code of 319, which is not present on my laptop keyboard, and some of you might have this key. Okay, it's a special kind of key which is present alongside the control key. Okay, if you want to look for this key, it's, I think, to the right, or maybe it might be to the left of your control key. Okay, but I don't have it, so we should have another option. Okay, so that we can handle this properly and get key down, key code, .m. Okay, so basically m is the key which can be used generally. Okay, so like there is no keyboard which don't have this key. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so now what we need to check is when when you are playing the game and all of a sudden you want to pause the game, then you can press the M key, so it will pause the game for you, and then to unpause it, to play the game again, to resume the game, you will again press the M key and you will be able to play the game, okay, from the point where you left off. Okay, so first when we get here, it should flip the is paused button. Okay, it will change the state of is paused button. And I think that I don't need to explain this logic again because I have already explained this thing in the previous tutorial. Okay, so simply if the game is if you are playing the game and you press M, so it will make it so it will pause the game, and if you have already paused the game, so it will resume the game. Okay, so it works in that way, and I have explained this thing, okay, in the part 7. And then we need to check if is paused is true. Then we need to do one thing, that is we need to access our background menu and music class, and then BG music, and then menu class, and then its property enabled, and it should be true. Okay, so it will pop up our menu canvas, which I haven't created yet, and I will create this menu canvas in the upcoming tutorials. Okay, so don't worry about this. And the other thing that we should do is when this gets executed, then we should call a method which is pause game. Okay, I haven't created this method yet, which I am going to create in a moment. Okay, and then if this isn't paused, like if it's not true, okay, so if this has a value of false, it's a boolean. Okay, if it has a value of false, then we need to deactivate the menu canvas, which can be done by this line of code, and make it false. Okay, and then again call this method which will do the main thing. Okay, so let's create this method, this pause game method, public void pause game. So what it will do, first it will check if is paused is true. Then what it will do for this purpose, okay, we will use a time class, and then its property time scale. Okay, so it's a static property because we are using it without creating the instance of this class, and we will assign it a value of 0. So it's a float value, the scale at which the time is passing. This can be used for slow motion effects. Okay, so this can also be used for slow motion effects, but here we are using this for this time scale property for pausing the game. Okay, so it's a float value, so we will make it 0f. Okay, and else this should be 1, like if it's not true. Okay, like we are playing the game, so in this case, okay, so it should be 1f, so it will resume the game, so it won't stop the game. Okay, it will like if we have already paused the game, then it will resume the game. Okay, this thing basically works in the similar fashion like our Unity work, like this thing. Okay, so yeah, I think that we made a mistake, but yeah, here we haven't done anything like this thing. Okay, so it's paused now. Okay, so this method here, it works in this similar fashion like here. Okay, and then again. Okay, so I think that you got the idea how this thing works. Okay, so I think that this is enough for this tutorial, and if you have any kind of questions or confusions, then let me know in the comment section. Okay, and feel free to ask any question about this tutorial. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial.